So we got 100 people, right? Now, what's the probability that she reaches a client on the first call?
60%.
How many of those 100 would she then reach?
60.
So let's write 60 down there. How many are left?
20.
No.
Oh, 40.
40. Now, what is the percentage that she will reach the customers on the second call? What's the
20%.
probability?
20%.
So it's 20% of 40, right? 20% of the remaining 40. Does that make sense?
Okay.
How many people is that?
Hold on. Eight.
So how many people will she have reached by the second call? How many did she reach on the?
68.
Guess what? Out of 100, that would be what percentage?
68%.
Right. So that's your answer. Now let's see how we do it using the probability measures. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see how we do this using the probability measures. So the first off is that she reaches the people in the first call, which is 0.6, right? So let's write down on N, I don't know, 20, just somewhere, write 0.6. Okay?
Yep.
Now, the next call would be 20% of the people she didn't reach, correct?
So.
Is that correct?
Yes. Sorry.
So therefore, what is the probability that she doesn't reach someone on the first call?
20%.
No, that she didn't reach. How many did she reach on the first call?
60.
So what's the probability that she doesn't reach them on the first call?
40%.
40%. So that was equivalent to 1 minus the probability, correct? Of how much she reached on the first call.
Okay. So
All
that's
right.
so that's the coefficient of.
This is going to be the coefficient of the next probability. So it's going to be 1 minus 0.6. And then put that in parentheses because you're going to need that in parentheses. And then multiply that by the probability of getting to those people, which is how much?
20%.
20%, 0.2. Okay? Now you can add them up. You see that? And what do you get when you add them up?
So this is the same. Okay. 68%.
The reason why I like using the 100 people is because probability goes from what number to what number?
0 to 1.
0 to 1. So if I use 100 people, it's perfect because I can reference all the probabilities based on the percentages of 100 people.
Okay.
So let's try the second one.
Okay. So find the probability that the manager reaches her client on the second call, but not on the first call.
So let's, again, separate it out. Let's do the 100 people, okay?
So she reaches 60 on the first call. 40 is the remaining.
There you go.
She reaches 20%.
So now read your question.
Find the probability that the manager reaches her client on the second call. So that'd be the 0.08.
That's correct. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's 1 minus the probability that she reaches times the probability of reaching on the second call.
Okay. So find the probability the manager is unsuccessful on 2 consecutive calls. So it'd just be 1 minus 0.68, which is this one.
That's correct.
Yeah. Okay.
See, you already knew how to do it. I told you.
Yeah. When I was in class, I really followed it when I was listening to you, and then I got home and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Again, when you're doing the probabilities, especially like the homeworks too, set up your table of probabilities. And if you have to, change them instead of probability numbers of like 0.6 over or 0.68, whatever, change them into 100 people, right?
Okay.
And put the people in and then just logically deduce what's going on. You'll get the answer. And then you can go back and figure out, okay, what if I multiply? Oh, I do this and this, that. Now I get it.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right.
All right. Who is on the iPad?
This is Sandra. I am.
Hey, Sandra, how are you? It's just the iPad came
good.
on first, so I want to make sure I go in order.
Oh no, I actually came the last maybe. I
Well,
just signed on.
you came on next, so I've
Oh,
already
okay.
been working with Anthea and I work with Nick.
Oh, okay. I just wanna. Can I share my screen for chapter 7?
You may share your screen for chapter 7, but you can't do it for
Thank
chapter
you.
8. I won't allow it. I'm
What?
joking. I
Which
won't do it for chapter. I won't do it for chapter 8. I won't allow it. It's a
Okay.
joke.
Hold on. Let me share. Sorry, it's my first time using iPad to do this.
Okay.
So
You are on YouTube. I'm just letting you know. I mean, on video. I'm recording.
okay.
I meant to say.
Okay. So can you see my screen? I shared.
I cannot yet. Nope. I see
Oh,
you.
sorry. Yes, I could see myself. Weird. How do I share this? Share what's on my iPad.
It should be the same way. There should be a share, but and to be honest with you, I haven't never done it on the iPad, so I'm not sure. You may only be using. It may only have.
Oh,
The
I
video
see.
option.
I see how to do it. Oh wait, it's still not working. You could see it now?
I can see the Zoom. I don't see the other thing.
Okay, here. Can
Now
you
I
see it
see.
now?
Yeah, there you go. Now I see it.
Okay. So chapter 7, question 8. I think I did everything correct except part D, the sample size that you need. Do you do the minimum and the maximum?
I don't know what the question is. I'm sorry. Do you have the question?
Yes, I do. Can you let somebody else go first then in this case?
Sure.
'Cause I have to pull up everything.
Yeah, no worries. Anthea, are you still there? Anthea, you still there? Okay. Well, we'll just wait. I'm not sure if Anthea's on or not. I know she was having computer problems.
Part C, what approximate sample size would you need? Why is this only approximate?
Okay. So if you want the sample size, right? So what's the formula that you're using for this? You recall?
Hold on a minute. I could show you on the Excel file. I just don't
that's
remember on the.
That's fine.
It's right here.
Okay, you gotta.
I just step by step. Oh my God. You know what?
Do you want to wait till you get home at 10 o'clock or something? Or
I'm actually out this whole week. My kids is off, so.
okay. So
Maybe I'll jump on another Zoom session next time then, because it's just so hard for me to use iPad.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But basically, it's this. So you have the standard deviation. I can barely see the screen. Show me the formula for that sampling error that you got up there.
It doesn't even.
There we go. Can you click in that 172?
Yeah, I'm trying. It doesn't work.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll do.
Doesn't work.
Maybe we can do this another time. However, what I can tell you is this: if you look at the video of the sample excels on YouTube for the sample size, I run through this exact example just with slightly different numbers. All you're doing is, if you understand the formula, right, for the overall sampling error and so forth, equals a certain amount, you do a little bit of algebra to solve for n, which is the number of observations. So what happens is that if it's asking for the minimum sample size of X, whatever it is, the minimum sample that you'll need, you would basically put, if it's for an error of 2%, you put in the 2%. On one side, you have your standard deviation, and you do the square root of n. You solve for n, and you'll see the video goes through this. You solve for n, and you will get your answer. Okay?
Okay. And I'm going to jump on next one because I was just wondering if this is like correct, but I couldn't show the calculation. So I will jump on next meeting. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, that's okay. What are you sorry
Thank
for?
you, though.
No worries.
No, because I want to get ready, but I just don't know how this thing works. But anyway, thank you.
No worries.